Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you very much for always coming back to watch my videos. I don't take it for granted. If you're new here or if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider doing that. Make sure that you like, you comment and you share. Comment so that I can know what you feel about my videos and maybe what you would love to be featured on this segment, Beauty by Mike. In today's video, I promise that I'm going to introduce to you my first ever beauty series on my YouTube channel, and this series will be called Know Your Skin Type. In this series, we are going to basically discuss more about our skin, know how, understand our skin better, and then we're going to know the skin types, and we are going to discuss how to take good care of each skin type. So guys, stay tuned and I'll be bringing more professional in the series so that we can get to interact with different people and get a broader idea of what the skin is. So to start with, it's very important to know that the skin is the biggest organ of our bodies, and it's in the excretion system. It occupies around 20 square feet of our body. That's really huge, and it's also important to know the importance or the function of our skin. Then we also need to understand what skin care is. Skin care is the cosmetic or care given to your skin using cosmetics or products, beauty products. And in skin care, we can divide that into two. We have the first one, which is professional. This is done in the salons, and we have the home care, which you're given by the professional or the person who is doing your facials to take home to be using, because facial is done once in a month. So what will you be using before the next appointment? You need something to be using at home. Home care products are like it's food to your skin. So when I talk of professional, I'm talking about the facials that are done in the salon, and when I talk of home care, I'm talking about the products that you're given to use at home, which include the most basic ones are a cleanser. You need a cleanser, you need a toner, you need a day preparation or the moisturizer, you need a night preparation or a moisturizer, you also need a sunscreen and maybe some serum. So to know the type, the skin care or the product that you are supposed to use on your skin, or even to know the facials that will be done in the salon, it's very important to know your skin type, because we have different skin types which varies from one person to the other. So in the skin types, we have the three major ones or the primary ones. These are, we have normal skin, we have dry skin, and we have oily skin. And then out of this, we can have sensitive or sensitized skin. Sensitive skin is also called allergic skin. I'm going to talk about that later. And then we have combination skin. I'm going to talk about about the combination skin as well. And we have mature and premature skin. I'm going to talk about each of those separately, but not into details, because we'll be revisiting in our coming episodes so that we can get deeper and deeper. Now, what determines whether the skin is normal or it's oily or it's dry? Yeah? What determines is the activity of your sebaceous glands. In our skin, we have two glands. One is called sebaceous gland and the sweat gland. The sebaceous is the one which secretes the natural oils or the sebum, and then the sweat is the one which secretes the sweat. The sweat, yeah, you know what I mean. So the activity of your sebaceous glands determines whether your skin is oily, dry, or normal. I'm going to start with oily skin. In an oily skin, it means the secretion or your sebaceous glands are overactive. They are overproducing the sebum. That's why you find your skin now becoming very oily. After you've taken a shower, within an hour you're shiny everywhere, you know. And then you have the characteristics are your pores become wide And then the oily skin is that which has so many problems or breakout because of the clogging of the sebum. You have the breakouts, acne, and so on and so forth. But the advantage with this skin is that you don't age fast because your skin is always lubricated, as opposed to the other skin types like the dry or the other skin type is the dry skin. And in dry skin, it means your sebaceous glands are underactive, or they are not producing enough sebum to lubricate your skin. One thing we should note is that this skin, the dry skin, you can confuse with the normal skin until you touch it, because it appears very normal from a distance until you touch it and you feel like it's very freaky. Sometimes it can be even ashy. And when you apply some oil, if you moisturize it, it's like a normal skin. The disadvantage about this skin, you age very fast because your skin is not very lubricated, and also it can be very sensitive because of you don't have the sebum. You know, the sebum and the sweat, that they combine, they form something we call acidic mantle, which protects our skin from, it's a chemical way of protection from the environment. So if you have a dry skin, it means your skin doesn't have the acidic mantle which protects your skin, so you are prone to being very sensitive. The other skin type is, which we all admire, it's called a normal skin. A normal skin means the sebaceous gland produces just enough amount of sebum which the skin needs for protection, lubrication, and so on. But however, we need to note this skin, as much as it's very beautiful, if you mishandle it, it's one of the worst. Because now if you use the wrong product, it might start now going to the dry direction, and when that happens, it means you are going to age very fast, and then you know, it dries up, and it's not a very good it ends up not being a very good skin. So we have talked about the oily skin, which we said it has a lot of oils, and now it's one of the best because of aging. But when it comes to the breakouts and the acne, this is the worst. But if you take good care of it, let me tell you, it's one of the best. Then we have the dry skin and the normal skin, which we said you can confuse between the two because they appear almost the same until you touch. In these two, we need to be very careful. Whatever we are using should aim at hydrating and moisturizing the skin more. Otherwise, it will dry and end up to the direction of where we now start having the fine lines, the wrinkles. So the other skin type I'm going to talk about is the sensitive skin, or allergic skin stroke sensitized skin. The sensitive skin, there's a difference between sensitive and sensitized. In the sensitive skin, it's naturally you are just allergic to some few things like the weather, maybe some products, some ingredients in products, some food, and so on and so forth. But when it's sensitized, it means you use some sensitizer, and sensitizers are those agents or some products that you can use and trigger sensitivity. For example, if you have a good skin and then you start bleaching, now your skin becomes sensitive, but you sensitized it, so it's sensitized, not sensitive skin. That's the difference. Or sometimes maybe, most of the time the products or some of the services that you do in the facial rooms, maybe it went wrong, then you become sensitized, but naturally you're not sensitive. So let's strike a difference between the two. The sensitive is naturally you just allergic to some few things, and then sensitized is something that you did that triggered the sensitivity. Then the other skin type is the combination skin type. Some people have two skin types combined. For example, for instance, you can have at your T-zone. The T-zone is the forehead, the bridge of the nose, this way. You might find that you are very oily here, but here is normal. So you have a combination skin, oily, normal combination. Or you can be very dry here, but oily here. Dry, on the T-zone is say dry, but oily, combination, and so on and so forth. So in this particular what do I call it, the skin type, it's good to sometimes, especially when you are doing the facial, treat each part separate or indifferent. If this is oily, the facial that you do here, you do for an oily skin. For example, if it's steaming, you can steam more here than where it's dry, because now when it's dry, you don't keep on steaming too much. Then the other skin type is the mature or aging, or premature or pre-aging. Those are two different. Just like in the sensitive, we said we have sensitive and sensitized, but they are different. Okay, all of them, they are sensitive, but there's a bit different, a slight difference between the two. Even in aging and premature and mature, there are a difference. For example, what do I mean? In the mature skin type, it means, okay, the skin is mature, it's getting, you are aging, so the skin have to mature. And in premature, it means you are aging prematurely, before the time of aging comes, or you aging earlier. So in mature skin, this where we say the causes of the maturity, they are internal, they are from inside. And in premature, they are from external forces. The internal one, we call them intrinsic factors, and then extrinsic factors when they are external, and that's what bring the premature aging. For example, the internal factors that I'm talking about for the mature skin is, for example, the genes. Sometimes you might find in your family, people don't age very fast, or they age faster. So those are genes that you can control that. Then the other one is passage of time. Of course, with time, when you are 20 years, you can never be the same as when you are 50 years or 70 years. You have to age. As much as we are using the product, it's guaranteed that one day we are going to age, but we are using the products or the skincare and everything to make sure that we age gracefully, not just age. Mature skin is called photo aging as well, because it's believed that 95% of the factors that contribute to our aging is sun related. So that's why we say photo aging. And for the premature aging, we say the factors are from external, or they are extrinsic. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Back to my roots, meaning Kikuyu. So these factors are like your lifestyle, mostly our lifestyle. What do you eat? Do you exercise? You know, those stuffs. They contribute a lot. For example, if you take alcohol, if you smoke, the carbon dioxide, the carbon monoxide, and the nicotine, they affect the aeration of our skin, and then you find your skin is getting old. Sometimes other factors are like medication. When you are on medication, sometimes illness, many things that contribute. So, but mostly is a lifestyle, and we can control this. For example, you can decide to be eating healthy. You can decide to be not to drink. You can decide not to smoke. You can decide to be doing to be going for gym. Inside, it shows outwards through our skin. So it's very important to take care of our skin. So just for a recap, we have said we have three major skin types, which is normal skin, we have oily skin, we have dry skin, and we have other skin, which we have said is sensitive skin, sensitized skin, sensitive allergic skin, stroke, sensitized, and we have said the difference between two, and we have the combination skin, and we also talked about the premature and mature skin. So guys, in the next episodes, we'll be tackling each and every skin type into details, and maybe recommend, I'll be bringing more professionals to talk about it. We debate about it, and they can advise on what to use on what, and the ingredients that are not good for this skin type but they are good for the other skin type. So that's all for today. That was episode 1, basically introduction. But in the next episode, we are going to tackle one of the skin types. Maybe you can comment in the comment section and tell me your skin type, and maybe tell me which skin type you want us to start with. Bye bye for today, and kindly remember to subscribe. Bye.